All right, guys, I got to get the body work done and get this bike painted. This Energica is sitting there waiting for me to ride it, so it's time to get this done. Now, I bought some parts here because mine were cracked up pretty bad. I'm not sure I made the right decision on that because there's repairs I got to make on these as well, and a lot more than I thought. I thought I was just going to do this tab, but there's also a crack here I'm going to have to fix. The paint's not that good. There's another crack there. I'm going to have to pull out all the pieces and just see what the best ones are. So here's mine here. And then I think mine might be better to use because it just has a bunch of paint chipped off of it. And it just has this repair. So either way, I'm going to have to do repair. So I might as well use the ones with the least amount of cracks. And this one only has that one repair. This one would have the repair and 2 other cracks. So I'm probably not going to use this one. I'll use that one. I'll just cut this piece off right here, strip it, and then just mold it in there with the carbon fiber. So I'll be able to fix that. This side, I got to go check my other one. I think my other one was damaged pretty bad, so I might have to use this right-hand side that I have here. This one has, if you look, you can see those lines. You see the lines that are in it right here? So those are cracks that were in the coating underneath this. So there was either cracks in the paint below it, and then it was painted on top of, and that's what happens when you do that. That's no good either. I'm going to have to take all that off. So I got to see what mine look like. So, you know, it's part of doing business, buying used parts. So maybe we'll get the rest of them. All right, so I got a broken piece off of here, and the donor one is banged up as well. So I decided to use mine because it's in better shape. So I cut the piece that I needed out of the donor, and I have it right here. So I'm going to clean all the paint off of it, and then we're just going to set it up here, and I will probably do is just glue it in place with some crazy glue, just something to hold it so that I can put the carbon fiber on the rear. I got a big gap right there, so I got a couple things I got to fix on this one, but I'll get it right. Let me get some carbon fiber going here. All right, so I'm going to let that dry up. Just got some super glue on there to hold it in place so I can put the carbon fiber on there, so looking good. All right, it's the next day. It's looking good. Got to go ahead and get it all sanded down, smoothed up. I fixed the crack on this one as well. So I'm going to get these all sanded and cleaned up. There you go. Clips back on. Looks good. I'll prime this up, do some fine sanding with the putty afterwards to make this nice and clean. Feels pretty good. I think this is underneath the cover, so I think we should be good anyway. But yeah, looking good. Moving on. All right, and here it is with the hole drilled and everything. It's going to work just fine. All right, guys, so I'll give you a step-by-step of what I did, just kind of recap before I paint it, because I don't want to show you the color until I get the bike completely done, but let me show you how I did it up to this point. So if you start off with a panel like this and it doesn't have any damage or scratches, you can simply 320 that and paint it. But I had damage like this on all these panels. So what I did was I sanded it down with 180, sanded the whole panel down, make sure you DA all your scratches and everything smooth. Every scratch in there you want smooth. You don't want to try to fill in your scratches with primer. So get everything smooth. And then I did any body work that I had to do on it using different types of filler, depending on, this is carbon fiber stuff. So I was using resin and stuff to fill it. And then I used some polyester putty glaze to do like fine stuff. And then after I had that done, I went ahead and I put some primer on it. Now I like to use lacquer primer. I'm an old school body guy from the 80s, 90s. So we do things, I do things a little differently, and I'm not mainly in auto body now, so I know that this has changed, and like I said, a lot of guys do it differently, but I like to use lacquer primer because it's quick, it dries fast, and I can keep working on it, and it doesn't slow me up, and I found that some of the urethanes take longer to dry and longer to set up, and I don't have that time to wait around. I don't have multiple different body jobs going on at the same time, so I still like to use lacquer primer. So when that's all dried up, I'm going to scuff all that. I just scuffed this here with 320, so the primer is all going to be scuffed with 320 and ready to go Now, before that, if I had any body work on this panel, I would sand it down again with 180 and make sure everything's smooth and no low spots or anything like that. If you're doing body work and you're not sure about it, you can do a little, spritz of black to see if there's low spots, but you should be able to feel that with your hand if you're good at it. So I would sand it again with 180 if I was doing auto body, but some of these panels I just simply sanded them, primed them, and then I sanded them here with some 320, and then I'll use Scotch-Brite pads. Here's a very fine and super fine. So if you're going to be painting color, you can use a very fine. If I was just going to be shooting clear on it, I like to use the gray fine. If I was, say, blending or something like that, I can use that. So that's what I use there. When it's all done, I'm going to wipe it all down with prep solvent. I have the fast evaporating DX220, this stuff right here. I'll use that. I'll wipe down the panels with that, get it all ready to go. And then I'm going to shoot a sealer, a urethane sealer. And I'm going to let that set all up and then do my base coats and then my clear coat. That's how I do it. Just wanted to let you guys know what I was doing in case you're getting into this. So let me get to sanding. All sealed up. Let's get this paint on. All right, trying to get that final color done, getting these panels ready to go. About to get them finished, scuffed up, and get them sealed up and painted. Let's get this done. All right, guys, that is much better. It's all painted now. I had to battle this one to get this done. I'll throw some pictures up here so you can see. But yeah, I was able to let that dry a little bit, scuff it, blow some real dry coats on it, and somehow save it. I'm kind of amazed, really. It was pretty bad. But yeah, here we go. Now, this is in my shop where I have a lot of other garbage in here. I mean, it's just filled. It's my old shop, and I got air comes through the door, so it blows some dust up. So it's a little, speckly from dirt. But let me see if I can. A couple specks in there, but they'll all come out. Just another step I got to do. It's just part of painting in this little building, but no big deal. Let's carry on. All right, guys, it is looking good. Got parts everywhere, spare parts. Yeah, getting a little crazy in here. But it's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to ride it. I got a couple more things I got to button up on it. So this video, guys, I just wanted to show you the body work I was doing. I didn't want to reveal the color that I picked. That's going to be in the next video. I want to do a ride video, but it's like freezing outside. All of a sudden, North Carolina weather changed. It was like 60 degrees the other day, and now it's 28, and everything's frozen on the ground. So let me do a couple more things on it. Mirrors, grips, and that's really it. I mean, it's buttoned up, and that can take it for its maiden voyage. I cannot wait to ride this bike. It's taken me so long to get everything together, but I'll talk more about it in the next video. Right now, let me get back to it, guys. Hopefully you liked this video, and you were able to see what I do for body work and stuff. Like I said, I have a little tiny shop, so I was able to buff everything out. No big deal for the little dirt specks and everything like that. And the color, I think, just looks awesome. So, guys, stay tuned for the next video on this Energica Rescue. This is Tepcocyclerepair. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for further notification. Until next time.